better fitness for you. The biggest definitions of therapy. If you're hurting, come see me. What's up, everybody? This is Tony Hood. You guys know I'm calling through Better Fitness for You. We take your pain away by doing body work. I'm on my way to the gym to get my workout on. Then I'm going to the office. I got about 3 clients this afternoon. I just want to talk a little bit about personal responsibility and excuses. When I was in college, I pledged my fraternity, Iota Phi Theta, fam. And one thing they always taught us was a poem called Excuses. You know, basically the rhythm of the poem is, you know what? Excuses are mounds of nothingness, and those that use them amount to nothingness. You know, and basically we have a personal responsibility to take care of our health, especially if you have a family, if you have children, if you have a husband, if you have a wife. That's your personal responsibility. And it's funny how people don't really take that serious until something negative happens, you know. And when my clients come in to me, the first thing I tell them, more than likely everything that I'm going to tell you today, you can write down on a piece of paper. You can go home and you can Google it. You can look it up. You know, I have probably seen thousands of clients during my time as a myoskeletal therapist and a pain therapist, and nothing really surprises me when they walk through the door anymore. In fact, usually when I greet them at the door and I walk them in, the first thing I do is I look at their gait, I look how they walk, I look how they move, and I already have an assessment in my head. And basically, I just listen to connect what they're feeling and what they're telling me to what I see. And it's usually pretty much the same thing. Now, here's the problem. I don't really do pills. I don't do injections. Sorry for the light. I'm driving in a sunny, you know, part of Georgia, North Georgia. And it's literally like almost 70 degrees out here. Loving it. I don't do pills. I don't do injections. I don't promote wearing braces. You know, the stuff I do is basically teaching people how to do the work. You know, I do fascia work, but here's the thing about fascia work. Fascia work is like helping you relieve the pain through removing some of the negative damage that you've already done to your body. And yes, people come to my office, I have a pain in my back, pain in my neck, pain in my knee, and I do some fascia work, do some stretching, do some myoskeletal work, and they feel good. But the underlying problem is still there, you know. And here's the truth of the matter. If you have been in a state of compensation for years, sitting at a desk, driving in traffic, you sleep on your side, you know, whatever the case may be, you have a lifetime of dysfunction that you need to turn around. And just because somebody, you know, and not even, say it's not even just me. Say you go to a chiropractor, he does an adjustment, you feel better. You go see a massage therapist, she does a deep tissue, you feel better. But then it comes back again. It comes back again because you haven't done anything about the original cause of why you hurt in the first place. That means you have to do work. Even when you go see a physical therapist, right? Say you go to the doctor with an injury, or you had, you know, some type of surgery, and they assign you physical therapy, right? And then you go to physical therapy, say you go for a couple months, you know. Do you really think say you have a hip issue and you go to a physical therapist a few times a week and they actually kind of deal with that hip issue, you think that's it? No. First of all, the body doesn't work like that. Okay? If you have a hip issue, then guess what? You've already changed your whole kinetic chain. That means, you know what? Your knee may have turned in, your foot may have turned out, your pelvis may have rotated, your shoulder may have dropped down. You have created a compensation that you have to deal with. If you don't, more pain will come out down the line. That's as simple as that. And I feel like lately, my job has become a series of negotiations. You know, like a client comes to my office and I treat them and I get them pain free and I tell them this is what you need to do here. This, because I always teach. That's my thing. I don't just treat you, but I want to actually teach you the things that you need to do every single day in a good corrective program, a stretch program. I want to give you something that will actually end the pain. But it's not overnight. It's not a pill. It's not an injection. It's not a steroid shot. It's none of that. It's not overnight. It means every single day you gotta pull out your stretch strap, pull out your foam roller, pull out your trigger point ball, and you have to do some homework. And you have to do this while not doing the activity or trying to cut down the activity that got you hurt in the first place. That's one of the biggest definitions of therapy is to try to do the corrective measures while not doing the stuff that hurt you in the first place or minimizing it. Okay, and I feel like what I hear from a lot of clients I get all the time is, well, I don't have time. I mean, how can I have time to stretch every day for 30 minutes? I mean, I just don't have time. You know what? Personal responsibility, period. You know what? You find time. If your car light came on in your car, you'll find time to get to the mechanic. If your house, the lawn, or your landscaping needs work, you'll find time to get that done. We find time to do things on the material things in our life, things that can be replaced, but we can't seem to find the time to do stuff for the one thing we can't replace, our bodies. Newsflash. Everybody is writing a check that their body's going to have to cash eventually down the road. We all have our 60s and 70s and 80 years coming up. What you do to your body now, you're going to actually have to deal with then. And I'm not just talking about I'm talking about nutrition. I'm talking about vices. If you're smoking, if you're drinking, if you're doing things like that. I have a beautiful client, and she's in her 70s, and she sees me twice a week, and she's been seeing me twice a week for like almost 4 or 5 years now. And this beautiful 70-year-old woman has great range of motion, pain-free in her body. She comes, sees me. She actually goes to a chiropractor that I recommended to her, and she moves beautifully. The only problem is when she was younger, she smoked. She doesn't smoke anymore, but when she was younger, she smoked heavily. Now she has COPD. Here's the problem. She says all the time, I wish I did not smoke. Because right now, she's 70, but her body she has the body of someone that in their 50s. I mean, range of motion, flexibility, the whole 9 yards. But because she smoked and has COPD, she has to have a breathing machine on. And she loses breath easily. You're going to have to deal with some of the issues that you're dealing with, right? I look at my family, and they motivate me. I get up every day. I try to go to work. I spend my time over the table. So I have to go to the gym. I go to the gym 6-7 days a week. I don't do processed sugar. I drink my water. I do my protein. I eat my meals throughout the day. I don't eat crap, Even with all that, it's still a challenge. And I get it. It's tough. Sometimes, if I've been at work and I'm tired, I come in the house and I have to do my reading and my studying, because in my line of work, you got to always kind of go over the manual, so to speak. I have to pull out that foam roller. I have to pull out that yoga strap. I have to, use that trigger point ball, use that massager. Luckily, my wife is a really good therapist herself. She does, everything from massage cupping to cellulite cupping to stretching to gua sha work. She does acupuncture. So I actually get to go home and get therapy every single night. But you have to put in the work. That's just how it is. There's no getting around it. So I guess what I'm trying to say is we can't make excuses on our body. We have to put in the work. If you're hurting and you say you have pain in your neck because your shoulders are round and forward, your shoulder, just because, someone does fascia work on your neck and your shoulders and kind of stretches out your chest and you feel a little bit better, you still got to strengthen the underactive muscles, and you got to deal with the overactive muscles and realign that kinetic chain. If not, the pain will come back. Help the chiropractor. Help the massage therapist. Help the bodywork person. Go to the gym, do the work. A lot of this therapy you can do at home with very, very small equipment. But let's not make excuses for our bodies, because your bodies don't care. Your body's going, if you don't deal with the pain, it's going to deal with you, basically. And that's just pretty much the hardcore truth of it. Let's step up our game. Let's do what we have to do, and if you have resources, I'm going to tell you right now, some of the best things you can spend your resources doing is taking care of your body. I know we just got real dark. I'm at the gym ready to work out. Let me pull back because I want to see body, y'all. Let's get back here in the light. I'm literally pulling out the parking lot just so you guys can see me, so we can say bye. Okay. Once again, sorry for the rant. Take care of your bodies. Better fitness for you. Tony Hood. I care about you. Love you much. 678-622-7914. Better fitness for you. The website is stretchtherapy4pain.com. Stretchtherapy4pain.com. If you're hurting, come see me. I've been doing this for years. I can help you out. And like I said, I don't just help take away the pain. I teach you how to get rid of it. Peace.